Alright, so this is another unconventional video I'm making, just showing off my record collection. Somebody said I should do it, so I thought I should do it. I like to show off. Anyway, I do show some records that I do have on some of my videos, if the song is from a particular record that I do own. But I do play these. I don't have them just for decoration. I'm a music guy, you know. But yeah, I guess I'll start off with my record player first. Have Audio Technica, pretty good quality. It's pretty cool because all you have to do is just press a button and it starts to spin, and then the arm raises by itself and then moves to the disc by itself, which is pretty cool. The one downside I think of that is just that sometimes it starts like not at the very beginning of the song. You do have the option to just lift it up and put it on the disc if you want to, but you know, people are lazy. Pressing a button's easier. Yeah. Next, speakers, Edifier speakers. Not sure about the specs of these ones. As you can tell, my whole setup is on the floor. So I have the speakers facing up just so it'll fill the room better. Got my record cleaner thing here. Yeah. So the way I organize my thing is everything that I just listened to, I put at the very front. And then, so if I haven't listened to something in a while, I just have to look at, what's in the back and just listen to that. I guess I like to get my money's worth. I hope that makes sense. This is my crate, pretty full. I could probably only fit another, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 records in here until I gotta get a new one, but I do plan to get a table and, everything will look nicer. But there's some stuff I don't keep in here just because I probably won't listen to it. Unless I really, really feel like listening to it or I'm bored. I keep that stuff somewhere else, but I brought it up just to show you. This is actually the very first record I bought with my own money. It's the Beatles Love Songs, official Beatles record, released, I think, 1975, so, after they broke up. But it's just a bunch of love songs from their albums. It comes with a lyric book. Inside looks really nice. Outside's kind of gross. Got it from an antique store. There's a track listings. Got it from an antique store. Thought it was just a good thing to have in the collection. Pretty cool vintage kind of thing. Next is the Beatles 6. Got this for $5. Very bad quality, everything. It's almost tearing off. Not very good. Disc quality, very bad. Not much to say about it besides it's pretty bad. I do think those two are first original pressings, so I guess that's an upside. But lastly is the Escher demos from the White Album. Just got some demos and some unreleased songs on there. I do listen to this one sometimes, but I gotta be in the mood, But it's very good. Just don't keep it with the rest. Yeah. So I guess I'll show you everything I have here. Yeah. So starting off, Axis Bold as Love. People don't know this, but if you flip it vertically like that, the whole picture gets shown here. Very nice, psychedelic kind of thing. He did get this idea from Bob Dylan, and I do have that album, so I'll go ahead and show you that later. But next is Animals, Pink Floyd. Probably one of my top 5 albums. Next, Led Zeppelin 4. Pretty good. Beatles Yellow Submarine, classic. Next is King Crimson Red. Very good album. Prog rock, man. Next is my most recent purchase, Mac DeMarco 2. Comes with the demos. Pretty good. Very good indie album. Next is Magical Mystery Tour. I actually bought this from some kid who I guess was selling his grandpa's old stuff. But very good disc quality. The outside, however, is pretty old and aged, and There's a picture book on the inside that's no longer attached, so... But it does still sound pretty good, which I think is the most important part. Next, Good Kid, Mad City. Kendrick Lamar, great album. I think this is probably going to be the most surprising to people because it's not, you know, classic rock and roll, man. Very good album. Next, George Harrison, Early Takes, Volume 1 from the Martin Scorsese documentary. Some good tunes on there. It's on Spotify, and you can listen to it on YouTube or whatever. It's very interesting to hear early takes, I think, especially from George. Next, Adam Hart Mother, Cow album. Very good. Very nice. Next is Goblin by Tyler, the Creator. Very different from pretty much everything I have here. But I still like to own it because, I don't know. It's just one of those albums that I listened to a lot when I was younger. Next, Highway 61 Revisited. Top 5 album all time. Very good, very good. Kanye West. What is this one? College Dropout. Kind of controversial to own this one now, but you know. Next, Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon 2. Very good album. I want to get Man on the Moon 1 at some point. Yeah, very good. Very proud of it. Next, Velvet Underground Loaded. I want to get more Velvet Underground stuff, but surprisingly, I can't really find it at like record stores, which is kind of sad. But anyway, next, Jimi Hendrix Experience, classic. Next is Wings, Wildlife. I got this for $17.99. I'm not sure if it's a original pressing, but I got this at a record store. Pretty interesting. I don't think at that point I haven't seen this one at all. And then it got re-released a couple months ago, so I might get that re-release. I'm not sure yet, but very good quality sound. Book is kind of faded. And it did have a previous owner, so. Next, Crosby, Stills, Nash, classic. Very surprised, very happy I had this one. Couldn't find it for years, and then it just turned up at the record store, local record store. I think this is a European import. Very nice. Next, Revolver. I do have 2 copies of Revolver. This is the most recent remaster of it from this year. And then I do have like the 2009 remaster. This Revolver is probably the album I played the most. So that older copy that I have is kind of aged a little bit just because I played it so much. Next, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? This is a pretty recent purchase for me. I'm a big fan of it. Very good album. Nice melodies. Very good. Metal, Pink Floyd. Got this from some guy, some grandma. Very good album. Very happy with it. Next, Roseway Speedway, Paul McCartney, Wings. Red Rose Speedway, not Roseway Speedway. Red Rose Speedway. I had to order this one online because I figured I'd never find this ever in a record store. So I got the archive collection along with a bunch of other unreleased songs and demos from that time. Next is the Beatles Past Masters. Basically a bunch of Beatles, what are they called? Singles that never came out on official album releases. So, just a bunch of singles. Good to have if you're a collector like me. Next, Beatles White Album, best album of all time. Not much to say. Mac DeMarco, Rock and Roll Nightclub, very good. Classic, I think. Very happy with it. Next, Dark Horse, George Harrison. Very good album. I think people don't really pay attention to much of George Harrison's work, and I think it's very underrated. And I think more people should listen to him. Stuff is stuck, man. Next, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, classic. You gotta have it. Led Zeppelin 3, probably my favorite Led Zeppelin album. Very good. Led Zeppelin 1, classic. You gotta have it. Kids See Ghost, very cool cover. Classic Kanye album, Kid Cudi. One of a kind, you know. Sgt. Pepper's, you gotta have it, classic. Living in the Material World, George Harrison. Friend got this for me for Christmas, I think. Very happy with it. Probably my second favorite album of his, or maybe third, I'm not sure. Abbey Road, classic, you gotta have it. This is the, 2018 or 19 remaster of it. Very good. That might have been like the second record I bought. More Bob Dylan. Nashville Skyline. Very good country album. Physical Graffiti. Led Zeppelin. Double album. Very good. In my opinion, the last good Led Zeppelin album, but that's just an opinion. Next. Come on. Wish You Were Here. Classic. Love it. King Crimson, The Court of the Crimson King. Prog rock classic. You gotta have it. Next is another gift I got. Ram, Paul McCartney. Probably one of my favorites. Again, could never find this one until it got re-released. So this is the most recent re-release of it. Pretty good. Next is Imagine. Classic. John Lennon. George Lennon. Classic. You gotta have it. Next, Cream. Disraeli Gears. Classic. Psychedelic rock album. I'm saying the word classic a lot, and I hope it's getting annoying because I am annoying. Next, probably the thing I'm most proud of, George Harrison, All Things Must Pass, 50th anniversary. Great quality. Could never find this before the 50th anniversary. So glad I got it. It's like bucket list material right there, you know? Led Zeppelin 2, classic. Saying classic a lot. You gotta have it. Gotta have it a lot. Of course, you gotta have the Jimi Hendrix. I don't know. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with this album, but very good. Psych rock, blues, you know. Exiles, King Crimson, great prog rock album. Very good. Another Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. This is another one of my top 5, I think. Very, very, very good. Next, we have my favorite Led Zeppelin album, House of the Holy. Not much to say about it. Besides, it's my favorite, very good. Another one I'm super proud of, Nick Drake, Pink Moon, Depression album. Very, very, very good. You should listen to it if you haven't. Let's see here. Next, another classic, Band on the Run. I didn't know this, but that's like Count Dooku, man. Pretty crazy. Beatles Help. Classic Beatles album. Gotta have it. Just a bunch of Beatles stuff. Let It Be. This is the re-release. I did have the 2009 remaster. Gave that to somebody because I had 2 copies of it. Rubber Soul. And then I have the Rolling Thunder Review, Bob Dylan concert live album. Very good. It comes with 3 different discs. Very good. Very good stuff. For a live album, I mean. Bring It All Back Home, classic Bob Dylan. Beatles for Sale. And then Blonde on Blonde. And then at the very back I have Kanye Late Registration. Again, kind of controversial to own, but hey man. This is what I was going to show you. So Hendrix did get that idea from Dylan to have the vertical instead of horizontal full album kind of thing. But yeah, man, that's all my records. Hopefully this video was informational, maybe. Is that a word? Who knows? To answer all your questions, that's all I have. Probably won't make another video until I get another crate full of crap. But yeah, man, that's it. Goodbye.